Good afternoon. I'm, of course, the Big Mike 1983. We're doing a little bit of schedule mix-up, so I'm up next. I'm going to be doing some Ninja Spirit games for you all. So I'll be doing Ninja Spirit on the TurboGrafx 16, followed by Ninja Spirit on the Game Boy. Let's go ahead and get those loaded up. Hope everyone's having a good Retrothon so far. Noted up top, at the end of this game, there is a lot of flashing. So, just warning you all, but not too bad. Or maybe it is. You've been warned. Yeah, so a little bit of history. This is the first game I ever really learned to speedrun. I did it for a 12-hour challenge years ago at this point. Go ahead, get you loaded up. There we go. Oh, we can bump it up a bit. It's still a little hamstrung from when I did Game Boy Advance, because Game Boy Advance blows everyone's eardrums out every time. Cool. Okay, so yeah, this was originally an arcade game that got a couple home console ports. I have, we'll be doing the TurboGrafx 16 version because it is easier. Arcade is one-hit kill, and I'll go over the game mechanics as we play through the game, and everyone hope for good patterns. Yeah, like I said, this was the first game I ever learned to speedrun, and if you are looking into a new platformer, especially if you want to learn like TurboGrafx 16, this is a very, very good one. Most of the game is extremely easy to learn with patterns. The biggest thing is going to be the last stage, and we'll get into that. So we are going to immediately switch to the ninja's finest weapon, which is, of course, dynamite. And we have two main power pickups in this game. There's going to be the red ones that give us power. Oh, we took a hit. That's fine. The red ones give us power, and the blue ones give us a spirit. And for the top speed runs, you're going to probably only want one spirit to reduce screen lag. But this will probably not be a top speed run. We're going to go with two spirits. And also, frankly, I like the extra firepower. So we are basically a dynamite machine gun at this point, and hoping we don't die, which we might. Just one of those weeks, you know. We're getting bopped a bunch. There we go. So the pink scrolls clear the screen. So here's the first boss. We're going to start out with some well ninjas who are immediately going to get exploded to death. And once they all pop up, we meet the first boss, Ashura, the god of death. Why you would bust out the god of death first, I don't know, but that's their prerogative. Yeah, as you can see in the upper right, I'll go over that a little bit more. That is my health. You start each stage with 5, and then most enemies will do 1 damage, a couple will do 3, and then some will insta-kill you still. Alright. So this stage is really good for showing off some movement tech. If you notice, my spirits will move slightly after I do, but attack at the same time. And what that lets us do here is a technique I call grenade drifting, where I jump and immediately attack down and to the right. And what that does is cause an explosion in front of me that makes, you know, the front safe, then also drops some grenades since they're still on the ground, which helps clear up any enemies that are coming up behind us, you know, for safety and, more importantly, lag reduction. If you notice I am hopping a lot, you do not want to attack while standing in this game. You lose all your momentum. And the same thing if you drop off of a platform, you always want to jump off. Otherwise, you will just come to a standstill and lose precious time. Alright, so boss 2 is the Axe Ogre, and he will insta-kill me. So if I do not get a quick kill, we're gonna jump and run away. Alright, we did both. Got the quick kill and jumped away like a coward. Stage 2 down. Stage 3 is kind of like the mini run killer. we're gonna be in a swamp, and you're gonna see these giant zombie DeVitos with giant swords. They will insta-kill me, and it is actually pretty easy to get hit by them if you happen to not insta-kill them. All right, that guy died pretty easily. How many are we gonna get? We are gonna get 2. Sometimes we can despawn the rest after the first one, but that is not the case today. So we're just gonna keep walking to the right, attack when we need to, and then eventually we get to a swamp, which will slow us down trying to walk through it, so we'll want to do a lot of hopping. We do have to be very wary though, because these bow staff monks will deal 3 damage if they run into me, but if they throw their staff in the air and it hits me, that's an insta-kill. So they're very dangerous. We're just pretty much getting attacked from all sides here. But now we meet Hanzo, and Hanzo is unfortunately about to discover that you cannot parry explosions. All right, no quick kill this time, unfortunately. There we go. Normally I try to position my spirits in kind of a triangle formation to get more hits in. Didn't work out that time. All right, now we have the infinite corridor, and this is gonna have several ninjas with sickles, and that is an insta-kill weapon. It also has the additional property of it can destroy projectiles, which means if I think I've killed one, there's a chance it can hit my grenade out of the air and then bop me. It's pretty unfortunate. I've died a couple times in this stage. If we keep jumping though, we can generally get things through here pretty easily. Oh no! Died on the screen transition. Are you kidding? Oh my god. Okay, so now all right, we're at least up to a decent amount of power. Well, talk about never happened before. Actually, no, that's untrue. I have had that happen or similarly before, but usually not on the screen transition. All right, so now we have a falling ceiling to contend with while they throw exploding bowling balls at us. Try not to die here. Normally this part isn't a problem. All right, we're down to 1 health. Oh! Are you kidding? Oh, so much for the deathless run. Jesus. The thing bopped me right in my Achilles heel. All right, so we're gonna let this ninja catch up to us a little bit. We're now rearmed with at least our upgraded grenades, and this is the rocks boss, which is not going to be fun without both of my ninja spirits, but we'll see what we can do. We at least have the grenades. Basically, their entire job is they try to smush you, and we're okay. We escaped. We escaped. Not a great time for death, though, since I had to redo that entire hallway. And now we climb. This stage has actually been proven to be pretty annoying lately. This is going to have a bunch of steam explosions right there. And the problem with the steam explosions is they do not give you iframes. So if one of them hits you center mass, it can insta-kill you. So we're going to try to see them ahead of time and avoid. If I take a couple hits, that's all right, as long as I don't take them from steam. There we go. All right, so now you're going to find out you don't bring a kite to a dynamite fight. And the clan of the Flying Wind Dynamite Ninjas leader has been destroyed. Unfortunately, his minions are very pissed off and are now coming for revenge. So this is the real run killer stage, even though I died earlier. What we're going to have to deal with here is we have the Ronin, who will one-hit kill me, while we're also trying to dodge these fans of kunai flying at our head. And what we really don't want to do is get hit more than once in this because of all of the... Ooh, that was a close one. All of the hits we're going to take in part 2 can really add up. So this isn't great because now if a bow staff monk just runs into me, I'll die. I mean, if they throw their bow staff and it hits me, I die anyway. but just physically touching me will kill me now. And a whole lot of screen lag. We are doing what we can to clear everything out while avoiding the bow staffs. Oh, wow. All right. Woo! This is so much lag. All right, we're to the boss. We're safe. This boss is the most fun boss you will ever fight because you do not have to do anything. It's just going to keep summoning these zombie DeVitos for a while, and then they tucker themselves out and explode. Come on, come on. Yeah, you save no time attacking them because they'll just keep spawning until the boss fight is done. If you do choose to jump around, they will probably corner you and kill you because they are one-hit kills. And they're done. So now we have the final stage of the game. This is going to have a whole lot more of the explosions, which, because of this stage, we call them cave farts, even though for the first part of the game they happen on the mountain. But yeah, they're cave farts. Their location is stationary, but their firing rate is entirely random, and they got me. Yep, cave fart death, it happens. Unfortunately, it did not get far enough to get to the checkpoint here, so we're gonna have to take it a little bit safe until we get our upgraded grenades, which we have. Much better. Oh! Insta-kill from the cave fart. Alright, we're just I'm hoping this is all the bad luck for this run, because this is just unpleasant. All right. Okay, we are to the end of the first part. So this is the Ninja Pit of Death. You kind of have to learn the pattern. There we go. So you go to the left, you pause a little bit, and then you can just wedge yourself in here nicely. Doing anything else, those ninjas will instant kill you. So this is the hardest part of the game to learn. You really just, it's kind of muscle memory. I'm really happy I got it one try. And now we have the final boss of the game, who is a giant angry demon, and he's dead. So for a run completely going to hell on me, 1120 is not bad. I'll take it. With those, we had a lot of stupid deaths. There's the photosensitivity warning. And I do really like the ending theme of this game, so we are going to let it play out. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's a really fun game. If you are looking for a new platformer to learn, really recommend it. If you need any tips, there are several runners of it that hang out in RGL. Cheese Viking Games and I are kind of like the gatekeepers, and because we have tied times on the leaderboard. Which, where is it? Ninja, I know I just looked it up. How many do we have now? We've got a decent amount. How do you not do the search? All right, there we go. There is Ninja Spirit for the TG16. You should all go learn it. Get on the board. I'd love to have another tournament of this. We haven't had one in years just because a lot of the runners have gone inactive. So, gonna go ahead, swap over for 1 second and get the other game up and running, which is the same game, but different.